Hey guys, okay, so I'm in the car on my way to I Am Magic to go and sit down with the one and only head witch herself, Kay Leach. Okay, so when I get there, we're gonna say what's up, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna eat, we're gonna chat, and I hope you guys stick around and listen up because this is an entrepreneur who is multi-talented. She has so many different lines of work that she does. She's just an all-around, she's amazing. So stay tuned. I'm on my way. See you later. Yes, yeah. I'm so excited for you to try it. So we have our containers here with the arroz con gandules, which is rice and beans.
Yes.
We have the Caribbean style cabbage.
Lovely.
And the oxtail.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I know this is like special.
Yeah.
And I feel really special.
Oh, you should.
It's like, I'm so excited.
Let's open and reveal the. Okay, this one's yours with the big piece.
The big piece.
You get the big piece.
Oh,
you gotta get the big piece. This one's yours.
Oh my god. Look at it. The smell instantly. It's just like. I love it. Smells so good.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, perfect. So this is the moment of truth.
I'm like so ready.
Good. Let's dig in.
Oh my gosh.
Let's cheers with the forks. Cheers.
So this is what did you say it was?
Caribbean style cabbage.
Caribbean style cabbage.
Yes.
Some beans, rice. Oh my gosh. You know I'm going like straight for.
Yeah. Try it all.
Oh, hello. I got a knife.
Oh yeah, see, I added a knife in there just in case you want it to be, a little fancy.
I'm fancy.
Guys, this is the first time she's trying oxtail.
I'm really excited.
So
and honored to be it.
This is the moment of truth.
I'm so excited. It's just like falling apart in my mouth, and I just like, that is just. Wow, thank you. It's so good, I love it.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
I love it. So thank you. Oh my god, this is so
happy
good.
you love it, and I'm so happy I was able to be the first.
Yeah.
Your first. With this experience here.
It feels even better that is that way. Yeah. I love it so much.
Okay, so let's dig in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you liked it, love it, you tried it. And now if anybody asks if you've ever had oxtail, you can say I sure have.
It is so good. Thank you.
Okay, I have my cards out. We're gonna munch. We're gonna enjoy. She loves it, guys.
I love it.
She loves it. She said that she's happy that I am the first Caribbean cuisine. It's the first for her oxtail experience.
The best. It's my first, but I know it's the best. I already know.
You know why? It's made with love.
When you're like marinated overnight.
Yeah. That marinated love. All right, so we're gonna tear this up real quick, and then we'll be right back where we'll really get into the beautiful, amazing, magical Kay Leach. Oh, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna get into some of the questions that, as I went deep into the world of Kay Leach.
Stop.
Fully stalled.
That's okay.
I have to. Well, let me just start with all the things that you do. Okay, so people can understand the level of entrepreneurship that this young lady has right here, okay? She paints, she buys, sells, and trades art supplies. She does beautiful ritual performances. She books tarot card reads. She's conjuring context between art and spirituality. She's a Taurus. Like
Taurus.
me.
Yeah.
Ew, bull gang. Ew. The art witch, the head witch, the baddest witch. Kay
Wow.
Leach.
Wow.
Has to get them all in because there's so many. You have been working for a long time on a lot of amazing things. So much so that as soon as I met you, I was like, who is this?
Oh, wow.
She's amazing, and I want to find out everything about her.
Oh my gosh.
So, I want to start with asking, what inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Well, kind of like what we were just talking about. Being in school, I went to school for art education and was an art teacher for 4 years at the Buffalo Public School District. That was a really hard job. It was like a lot of work, lots of planning, lots of time, you know, like going in really early, staying late. I'm just like, like, do I want to do this forever?
Yeah.
And I was in grad school at the time, and my art career was like changing. It was changing from painting to that ritual performance style work, and I was like also getting into tarot, like in my personal life, and just everything kind of like shifted at the right time. And when I was done with one of my residencies at grad school, I drove home from Vermont, and I was like, I'm gonna quit my job.
So yeah, how did your family feel about it?
They were like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like,
I know like people who don't have like that entrepreneurship like mindset are like, what?
They were like, Kayla, because my full name is Kayla. But my parents were like, you're giving up a salary and like benefits, and I'm like, I'm giving up something, this like thing that you find like valuable, but I'm like, I could be chasing something else that like truly feels intentional, you know? Yeah. So that was like my reasoning behind it. I also was like still in grad school, so it was like under the guise of just like focusing on school. Like that was like my out for my job. And literally a week after I left my position, this space for I Am Magic came into my life, and not like it just took off.
That was it. It
just took off from there. And I've been doing that since September of 2019. So really, maybe like the same year you were starting.
Yeah.
So, like, 2019.
Okay. Literally 2019. Like now that you said it, was such a crazy
pivotal
year. Like oh my god,
yeah.
So much shit went down in 2019. Like personally, in my relationships, like
transformative.
Yes, very much so. So
that resonates with me too. Yeah. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Quitting your job, following your dreams, all of that stuff.
All of it. Like I literally did quit my job, and I was like, I'm no.
Right.
I'm not doing this shit anymore.
I was like, I'll make it work.
Yeah.
It's never not been done. I'll make it work.
Exactly.
And you surprise yourself.
Exactly. You don't. It just feels so good to know somebody understands. Because
my boss is my higher self. Look at you. Look at us. My boss is my higher self.
I told her that.
Oh my God.
I'm wearing my sun and moon shirt.
Oh my gosh. Can I give you your thing, because like it like matches your outfit?
Yes, please do. Yes. Just because now, because you said that.
Yeah, I like have to do it now. So here's the gift from I Am Magic. I want you to open it, and then I'll talk about it. There's a couple things in there, so you can just see.
I got me a gift.
What's in the bag?
Ooh.
So that is a tarot card from the deck that I'm creating. It is the Lucid Dreams Tarot.
Okay.
And that's the 9 of Cups. So that is like really coming almost to a close of like mental and emotional maturity, like really like being like, okay, I'm stable in myself, and then just like that one more step like up to like just like ultimate like bliss. So it feels really good. It's like a completion of a cycle. That's where there's that big full moon in there.
I see.
Yeah, and then all of those like cups glowing. It's just like really like reflective, and yeah. So I think that feels good. Yeah.
I love it. But I do. I love it.
And that's just a little thing. So sticker. Thanks for being on my podcast.
Here's my card.
Cute.
So you guys can see. Down in here.
So it matches you. I almost texted you today, and I was gonna be like, "What color?" And then I was like, "No, this is
It's gonna
it."
watch what happens.
Yeah, I
And
was like,
look.
we're trusting. So that's an inclusion quartz, and I felt like it was a good time to bring that out because it's literally like the merging of the crossroads of you and your higher self, and like being reminded of that. So that felt like a good time for that because it literally was what we were talking about. So yeah, I hope you love it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm wearing this right now. Just so you know. Putting it on. I can't put it around my big ass head, so I'm gonna do it a regular way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So shout out to Blue Rochelle.
Hey, Blue
Yes.
Rochelle. Hey, Blue Rochelle. I'm gonna have to really stop by and get me some pieces. It's beautiful.
Aw, look. You matchy.
Matchy.
It's like right in your center. That's so beautiful.
My heart. Heart chakra.
I love it.
I love it so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're so
for this
welcome.
amazing
Oh my
gift.
gosh. Yes.
This is the best ever. I'm so happy. I feel so special.
Yeah, same. Honestly, it's just like, this is just making people feel special and like talking to people. So this is really beautiful.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so
I love it.
excited for you to like do this.
I kind of want to go in order, I guess, from what what I saw. So I saw that a few years ago, back in 2015. We did a beautiful art show where you displayed at the Buffalo Art Studio. I don't know if you remember that.
That was a part of a teacher show for Buffalo Public Schools. Yeah, so I had a piece in there. Yeah,
It was so nice, and I love like the beautiful textures. Like you had different textures in the art.
Yeah,
And it was so nice. So I know that's a specific way of painting, right? To have
yeah.
textures.
I did a lot of like abstract work and like palette knife work. So lots of like thick paint and like layering. So yeah, it's just kind of like a fun like meditative style of painting. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I might want to try that because it looks cool, like how it kind of like 3D kind of raises up off the page. I really like
Oh my
that.
gosh, thanks.
So the question that I have is, what inspired that style of art, and when did you get started with art? Because I know I saw like a few pictures where you had, a few different styles of art, and I know you basically just kind of said what it was, that's where your release of, different styles of
So art has always been exactly just like an expression and just like a release. One of my core memories, so like my farthest back memories, is my mom taught me how to mix the color pink paint because I was painting on like a little, like kids easel, and like I just had like the pre-made like rainbow colors. And I knew my mom really liked pink, so I wanted to like paint her a picture. And I was like, there's no pink. Like where she's like, oh, you have to add red and white together, and that's just I always remember that.
So I can imagine that moment where it was like,
and I was like,
put this with this.
So I've always just like been an artist. I would always go down to like my basement as a kid and like build with clay and like all of that. So it's been a forever thing, and I'm not surprised that it just kind of
manifested into all of this beauty. Like, and I'm sure anywhere you went, it was just there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so it feels good. I don't paint as much anymore. I'm a little bit more like research-based practice now, and like very like into spiritual like ritual writing almost. So a little different, but you know, just
still a form of art.
Embracing, however creativity wants to flow through. So.
Yep, I saw art is magic, and magic is for all beings.
Yes.
That is one of your sayings that I loved a lot.
Magic for all, because last year I graduated my MFA program, so Master's in Fine Arts, and it's like, why do we give like this title of like master? And like thinking of that, and MFA stands for Masters of Fine Art, but I'm like, it also, for me personally, internally, it stands for Magic for All. Yeah. You know, and that was just kind of what bursted out of me when I graduated there, and then next door my friend. So like
that's
like
Buffalo Arts. Oh,
Yeah.
let's get into that. That's all I'm getting these index cards here. All right, so we got that. So now we're gonna fast forward a little bit, and then we're going to 2018.
Okay.
So we're leaving 2015, we're going to 2018. And I see that was the year you said you started reconnecting with film.
Yes.
So how did you get into that? And why did you stop and decide to reconnect in 2018? What stopped you and then made you decide you wanted to go back?
So the Polaroid camera that I have, I just got at like a thrift store in my hometown in like rural parts of like Schenectady.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's your hometown?
Yeah, so like 4 hours east on the 90, just straight shot.
Okay.
But and I had taken film classes for photography in undergrad, and I just never like saw any like use for it. I wasn't connected to it, and then just wanted to try something new but something familiar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna keep shooting. So I take Polaroids just like privately. I don't really share a lot.
Okay. But I saw them and I was like, these are good.
Yeah. So I have my cameras at home, and I, you know,
every now and then when you
the urge, I'll like
bring
go
it out.
I'll like go hike and take pictures, or go out in the city and like take some nice like architecture shots on like the black and white. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's like a fun like just for me thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you never wanted to kind of take it anything further than you just wanted to capture the beautiful things. That is gonna lead us, because I know, like I said, you got all these different talents. You gotta lead into the next. You gotta lead into the next one. Okay, so now that leads into the bomb ass space that we're in right now. I see that you got it like early 2020. So maybe June or July 2020 when you started.
October 2019.
October 2019. Okay.
Yes.
So July 2020 when you had the Buffalo Arts
Supply.
Okay.
Yeah. September we opened, but I probably like secured the space in July, August, and then the turnaround time. Both of my stores, very short turnaround time. I signed the lease here in like early September, opened in October. And then same thing over there. Got the lease at end of July, and we opened at the end of September. So we don't play around.
Yeah.
When there's a mission, we go for it. Like
okay. So you add Buffalo Art Supply, right? Buffalo Art Supply.
Yes.
You buy, sell, and trade art supplies.
Yes.
And I saw that it had something to do with, because you saw that there wasn't any good, like, affordable art supply stores within the Buffalo area.
Yes.
And from what I can see, like, this is literally your, like, Buffalo Art Supply is like the only, like, buy, sell, trade type of art supply store around here. So I'm so happy with that. Like I was saying, I have to come there and really get, because it's expensive.
Yes, art supplies are expensive.
Oh my God. My mom said she went to the store the other day to get some paints. You know, she was feeling in the mood.
Right.
She wanted to go get an easel, get the paint, do the whole thing.
It's like $200. Not
She
gonna lie.
said, when I saw that paint was $10 for that little tube, I said, never mind. I'm gonna get some crayons.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a piece of paper, and I'm gonna do it like that. So so that is really, really amazing that you really started that store. So people who are really, really into that and just can't afford to just get the supplies they want to create, they know where to go.
Yeah.
So you guys know where to go. You need your art supplies.
Yeah, because it's like when you want to buy something new and try it out, like you said, like so expensive, and you're like, what if I'm not good at it, if everyone don't like it?
Right.
So that's why it's like, even if you don't like something you buy over there, like you can bring it back and trade it. Like that's the best part. It's like not make it such like a tightening around like that monetary exchange of it, and make it more about creating.
Yeah,
so,
like you know what? This is not the blue I wanted. Can I trade it for that?
Yeah.
Like something like that. Where it's like anywhere else, it'd be like, all right, I'm stuck with this blue, and I have to go buy another kind of blue to go with what I actually wanted. So yeah, so that's an amazing idea, and I like it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, thank you.
Okay, so I do want to ask. I know you said, well, clearly 2020 was a prosperous year for you. And I'm gonna ask, like, how did it affect your business? But I just feel like 2020 was like the year where you had to decide if you were about that life or not. And if you were gonna fold under the pressure, or if you were gonna let that pressure really like turn you into who you were supposed to be.
I never thought of it like that. That's like an amazing way of thinking about it. I'm just like, who survived that? But like, for real, like actually realizing how much of a commitment last year was, and like the weirdness
with everything happening. It's like you had to be in a space where you had to, you know, be conscious of what was happening, but not let it take over your life. And I feel like it did that to a lot of people, unfortunately.
Right.
But I'm very happy to see that it made you blossom.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Into this beautiful, amazing spirit of love and giving. Yeah. And I love it.
Like, I feel like the energy. People come out of it like that. It's like people see something and you're like, okay, what can I do?
Yeah. And
I'm like, it's not much, but it's like spreading joy. I'm like, these two things like are my favorite things in the world. So I'm like, if they make me happy, maybe they'll make someone else happy too. Yeah.
It does.
At the end of the day, that's what it is.
That's what it's all about. That's why it's cooking. Exactly. Because it's like just seeing the joy on people's face when they eat my food makes me
right.
Makes me happy.
Yes.
Now, like you said, like it's not like this big, huge, like oh my god thing, but to some people it is.
The small moments of joy really add up.
Very true. So the first question is, when does an object become art for you in both painting and film?
Wow. I think everything, like this is my like bottom line, like if the intention is there for it to be an art object and you can explain that and contextualize it, that's what makes an object art. So even like in art history, like found art objects were technically art. You know, someone could just like take something off the street and be like, this is art now.
Right.
But with magic and art, it's like, okay, so like what is this artistic tool or ritual tool used for? Like, what's its ceremonial purpose? And that's what makes it like an art or a spiritual object, so like a ritual tool. So yeah, that's how I would answer that question. Thanks, self.
That's good. You got that really nice. You got it. Well, that was your question. You answered it very well. Because I know sometimes like you write these questions and you're like, I wonder how somebody else would answer this.
Right.
I'm really thinking of like, how would I answer this? So yeah,
that was like my whole master's thesis. So thank you for like picking up on that. You're so smart. You're so good.
Oh, I got you. You know I got you. And the second question is, how do you decide what to cherish?
The things that, like literally the things that make me breathe like that.
Yeah.
Like when time slows down and you can really like be in the moment, it's like that's something that's cherishable. Whether it is like a moment in time with a person, connecting to like an animal or nature, or when you're making art. It's like cherishing the process is just as important as like cherishing a thing or like a finished project.
Yes.
Like
Very
it's all
true.
about the process.
Yeah.
So that's how I cherish things.
That's how I figure out the cherishable thing.
Yes.
The cherishable.
I cherish the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like leading up
it's
to opening here, opening night, I was just like, like bouncing around here, and then everyone's gone, like turn all the lights off, sitting on this couch, I'm just like, well that happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
Okay, so now we're gonna go into tarot, crystals, and the ritual tools that I know you were mentioning. I saw you started posting about it like 2018, 2019, getting into like tarot and all that stuff, or is that something that you did previously but started kind of like posting about it in 2018?
I started posting about it when I was getting into it.
Okay.
It's always been like a documented journey. My friends recommended it to me. My two best friends were like, hey, you know, like I think you'd like this. Because of like the visuals and the art of it and the art of the tarot and the visual language. I was really attracted to that.
Yeah.
And tarot was like my bridge from making art, just making art, and like being able to talk about art. Because tarot has that visual language. So it's like you see an image and then you start telling a story.
Yeah.
So spirituality contextualizes art. So like that's my thing that I want to be doing now from that original thing that helped me so much. But I'm like, how do I bring these two worlds together, like art and the tarot? So I hope that answers that question. Yeah. So I started then. It helped me move through a lot of like mental blockages and just got me to where I am. Like, and it was funny because I'm just like, wow, like I feel seen. Yeah. Tarot is like a mirror. That's how I explain it to people. Yeah. It's like you're just having a conversation with yourself. Yeah. Through
it really
cards.
True.
Yeah. So it's like if you have a hard time doing that with yourself, it's a great tool, and it changed my life. So I'm like, how can I give this to everybody? So because it's like if you just see it as information and stuff that you can filter through and just like use for your benefit, it's like, why wouldn't you?
Right.
And like that's what some people are like, oh, is it like religious? Is it like
no?
It's like no, you use the information as you need it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like getting to know yourself better too.
Literally.
Yeah. Yep. That's just how magic works.
Like it pulls you, and it's like, and when it's ready to pull you, there's nothing you can do. It's there. It's there.
A complete surrender.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful surrender. It's a nice thing, and it's like depending on, like you said, how you get into it and fully understand it is like how it'll work for you.
Right.
If you decide like if this weird like evil thing following you, that's
how it's gonna feel.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yes.
And I realized that. Like you have to take it as like I'm just thankful that I have that guidance because there's so many ways to go.
There is.
And there's things that are literally put in place to push you to the right direction. Take it.
Take the signs.
Take the signs. Look at the GPS and just follow. Follow it.
Right? Because
it's like take you where you're supposed to be.
If you're like moving with that core intention, you're like, I'm secure in this, like I know what's up. Those messages are like so helpful. Yeah. Like you start to be like, yep, that's it. Yep, that's
even
it.
from numbers, I see them like, okay, I get it.
Yep.
I need to calm the fuck down. I get it.
I say that all the time.
I've been getting the 1111 a lot. 1111 and the 1010s. I've been getting a lot.
1010 is one of my faves.
Yeah. I'm like, it's coming to an end. It's completing. Something's happening, which means something new is gonna be coming to life. Thank you so much for that.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I loved the oxtail. It was so good. And and the drink was really good as well. Thank you.
A refill?
Oh my god, yeah.
Totally. So we can do our cheers.
Yes, I love it.
This is open. Turn this. Yes, so I'm so happy you sat down with me today.
Oh my gosh, thanks. Yes, it was a pleasure.
I wanted to let Buffalo know the amazing entrepreneur that you are.
Thank you.
And make sure you guys come and check out I Am Magic, Buffalo Art Supply. And I saw that you started something that has to do with conjuring.
Yeah, so we're going to be making candles, intention candles here. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, like, let's make it intentional. So I'm excited to do that. It's like a little at-home project. Right? Yeah, always cooking something up.
Nice. We gotta stay busy. That's the thing about entrepreneurs. I feel like it's a constant like wanting to see what's next. What else can we create? and be a part of and help others with,
Right.
and maybe get help with.
Yes.
Because
the collaborative community.
yes, that's what builds community and makes Buffalo one of the like top cities right now. Like it's starting to a real come up now. Like
It's
people
really
are
intense.
starting to like really notice. Like, it is on the come up, and it's like they're really rebuilding. Because I know a really long time ago, Buffalo was like a kind of compared to New York City, like
Right.
compared as far as like the movement and shaking and stuff. So I just feel like we're kind of like, you know, like with everything else, time is repeating itself.
Yes.
And I feel like it's starting
She
to.
like speaking that language all the time.
It is. It is so much so. It's insane. And even just with everything in the world, everything is repeating itself.
Yep.
And I just feel like this is the time. This is the time to really tap into what you were meant to do. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then that wasn't meant for you.
Right? You have to figure it out though.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. The stagnation, can't do
Yeah,
it.
don't got time. Literally don't got time. And that's another thing that I realized in 2020. The only thing that really matters is time. Like all that other shit is cool.
You're just like giving me my sermon because like I'm like, yes.
Everything else is cool, but time is
Everything.
like, it's everything. It really is. So it's like when people take the time to spend with you and take the time to check on you and take the time to pursue their dreams, it's nothing compared to that because you can't take that.
The number one resource.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And
So
we
true.
got handed a bunch of time last year.
We did.
People squirmed with it.
They really did.
They really did.
They saw it differently than what it was intended to be.
Yeah.
It was like the world needed a break. Like people are forgetting what the world was like before this shit went down. Like it wasn't much better than
It was
what
insane.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really, and it was getting like spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Mother Earth was just like, I can't. There's nothing else that can be done here other than locking it all down. Like, and not just New York, not just here, not just there, the world.
Everyone needs to chill.
Everyone needs to chill. Nature needs a break.
Right.
The sky's never been more blue.
Yeah.
The water's never been more clear
Yeah.
because people are staying there
Right?
and getting it together.
Getting it together.
Like we were saying in the beginning.
Right?
It's either you get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
Because this was the year to figure it out.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers to figuring it out.
Yeah.
Getting it together.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yes. So as you can see, our food is damn near done, and we did our cheers. We're gonna finish eating it up, and then it got a little chilly, but that's why I put it in these containers so we can warm them up and have them for later. So I want to end with saying thank you again.
Oh my gosh, thank you. This was so fun.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it was
I loved
great.
it.
Just getting to know you,
Yes.
getting to know your entrepreneurship.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you. The community wants to thank you.
Thanks.
Buffalo wants to thank you because you are giving back to the city. You're giving back to the city and you're creating this beautiful collaboration of creativity. And I love it.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. And just basking in that.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Kay, so much. So make sure you guys check her out. I'm gonna make sure I put the links at the bottom of the video for you guys to get to her pages and be open to all the goodness that's coming.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
All of it.
Let's set some intentions and make your magic.
It's
Yeah.
the magic. In 2021, it's all about the magic. It's
Yeah.
all about knowing yourself, and if you don't know yourself, getting to know yourself and being the best that you can possibly be.
Absolutely.
Because when 2022 comes, okay, that's a whole nother level.
Right.
Okay, we getting into the tutu.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
We'll make it through this year.
We will.